The Galapagos Islands, the archipelago of the giant tortoises. The Galapagos Islands stand out for their extraordinary flora and fauna. For this reason, the Ecuadorian government has declared around 90% of the archipelago should be a nature reserve. Noah's Ark of the Pacific. For many years, the plants and animals found on the Galapagos enjoyed peace and quiet. Thanks to its isolation, the archipelago to this day is a popular destination for the creation of nature documentaries. The Galapagos Islands are found around 1,000 kilometers away from the continental territory of the South American country Ecuador. They are officially known as Archipelago de Colón or Archipelago of Columbus, but are more commonly known as the Galapagos or Tortoise Islands. These islands are a result of volcanic activity. On some of the islands, volcanic craters can be seen, such as on Isabella Island. As these islands are extremely isolated, the local flora and fauna adapted in many different ways. The first to document these adaptations was the famous British scientist Charles Darwin, and this inspired him to come up with his theory of evolution. On the rocky shores, the prehistoric marine iguana can be found. Currently, the naturalists are trying to discover ways by which this unique ecosystem can be preserved. And currently, as the tourism business is booming, to the joy of the poor citizens of the archipelago, the locals wonder why no new hotels are being built. To help preserve the unique nature of the archipelago, during the year 1934, Santa Cruz Island was declared as a national park. In this park, rare and endangered species of plants and animals, such as the giant tortoise, marine iguanas, Darwin finches, and the only species of penguin that lives in the tropics can be found. Statistics. The area of the archipelago is 8,010 kilometers squared, and it contains around 60 islands, 5 of which are populated. The population in 2010 was 25,000, and in 2006 was 19,184, with the most populous places being Puerto Ayora, Puerto Becarizo Moreno, Puerto Villamil, and Puerto Velasco Ibarra. The highest point is Wolf Volcano, which is 1,707 meters tall on Isla Isabela. The largest island is Isla Isabela, and is 4,590 kilometers squared. And the deepest crater is Sierra Negra, which is 10 kilometers on Isla Isabela. Some of the hottest tourist spots on the islands are Alqueda Volcano on Isla Isabela, Isla Lobos, Puente Suarez National Park on Española, the Charles Darwin Research Center on Puerto Ayora, the Tortoise Reservation on Santa Cruz, the blooming roses of Floriana on Punta Cormorant, and the colorful landscape of San Bartolome. Some interesting facts about the Galapagos. The name of the archipelago comes from the Old Spanish word Galapago, meaning tortoise. These tortoises are believed to be the largest tortoise species in the world and have a lifespan of over 100 years. The Galapagos Islands host a variety of animal pairings, such as penguins and tortoises, that can't be found anywhere else in the world. Some animal species are only found on the Galapagos, such as the Darwin finches. At present day, tourists can visit the Galapagos only if they receive a special permit from the Ecuadorian government. The political map of the Galapagos Islands. The Galapagos were discovered by the Spanish in 1535. They have only been populated by humans for around 300 years. At present day, only around 5 islands have a permanent human population. Most of the islands are kept as nature reserves. SOS in the Pacific. At present, the unique flora and fauna on the islands is being threatened. If the amount of tourists visiting does not decrease, soon there will not be much of work to be seen on the archipelago. In the past, the people, plants, and animals lived in harmony. There was no fight or separation of territory. It was just a place filled with diversity for the world to enjoy. Ever since the Galapagos became a tourist hotspot, this virgin land has been endangered. In the past decades, the infrastructure has been modernized and a second airport has been built. The number of tourists visiting increases up to 50,000 annually, and this has led to some dire consequences. The poor giant tortoises are forced to live among rubbish. The tourists fail to comply with the laws of the Galapagos National Park, and the results are catastrophic. Seeds from foreign plants are being brought in, as well as non-native animals that are being introduced, which greatly endanger the local flora and fauna. The sharks, iguanas, and tortoises are also being hunted for their delicious meat. If the Ecuadorian government does not take serious steps to protect the archipelago, its indigenous flora and fauna, which creates such a unique ecosystem, will be destroyed. In 1997, President Abdallah Bucaram signed a plan which was heavily influenced by the World Wildlife Fund to decrease tourism, migration, and protect the environment. In a nutshell, the official name of the islands is Archipelago de Colón since 1892. Its former name was La Islas Encantadas from 1546. It is Ecuadorian territory. They are around 1,000 kilometers from mainland Ecuador. Its administrative capital is Puerto Becorizo Moreno on San Cristobal. The official language is Spanish. Its currency is the US dollar. The official religion is Catholic. And its largest towns are Puerto Ayora on Santa Cruz and Puerto Villamil on Isabela. The major airports are Seymour Airport on Baltra Island and San Cristobal Airport on San Cristobal. The climate of the Galapagos. It's equatorial and dry due to the Humboldt or Peruvian current. Its average temperature in January is 33 degrees Celsius, and in July it's 25 degrees Celsius. The average ocean water temperature is 22 degrees Celsius.